In Bellwood, a massive rectangular object crash lands in the center of Bellwood, and from it emerges a yellow Techadon robot. Meanwhile, at a local mini-golf course, Ben, Gwen, Kevin, and Julie are playing an even game of miniature golf. Ben casually transforms into Brainstorm to calculate a series of complex equations and easily uses them to score a hole-in-one in a Tokyo hole, causing Julie to demand an immediate rematch. However, the Techadon from earlier arrives and attacks the group. Remembering their first victory against the Techadons, Brainstorm transforms into Goop. However, this time he has far more difficulty with battling this one, forcing Kevin to spear the Techadon with a model of Tokyo Tower from the golf course. Kevin salvages the Techadon's black box, with the intent of figuring out who sent it before selling it on the open market. After Ben and Gwen drop Julie off, they go to Mr. Smoothie for drinks, and Gwen comments on how everything seems to come so easily to Ben. Gwen believes that despite how he acts, Ben does take things seriously and only makes what he does look easy. Kevin arrives with bad news. The Techadon was custom made by the weapon masters of Techadon themselves, specifically to fight Ben. Now the other designs will take into account Ben's past battles with them, and they won't stop coming after him until he's dead. At this time, a new gray Techadon arrives, and Goop is rendered useless against it by the past battle. Instead, Ben transforms into Wrath and fights it and eventually defeats the Techadon at the cost of Mr. Smoothie. Gwen decides to hunt down the one who put the hit out on Ben, while Kevin and Ben locate the mobile factory from which the Techadons were spawning, which crash-landed at the beginning of the episode. Kevin stated that the Techadon job would have cost a fortune. Gwen hunts down Vulcanus at the Space Cafe, pointing out that he has the money to afford such an attack. Vulcanus admits to being the one who contracted the Techadons and states that he can't retract the bounty even if he wanted to. Arjit arrives and tells Vulcanus that while he is celebrating his early victory, he's missing out on Ben's destruction, and at this Vulcanus leaves to watch the show, while Gwen pays Arjit for his help. After Kevin and Ben track down the factory, they discover that it's indestructible. Ben transforms into Big Chill, but he can't phase into it, nor can Kevin absorb it. A third Techadon is then created from the factory and proceeds to fight Ben and Kevin. Big Chill transforms into Ultimate Big Chill to rescue civilians and lures away the Techadon from the crowded city streets. Once in a safe area to fight, Ben transforms into Echo Echo before Vulcanus arrives on the scene and watches as the Techadon easily pummels Echo Echo and his clones. Echo Echo then transforms into Ultimate Echo Echo and keeps the Techadon at bay with his sonic discs. While the Techadon is occupied, Ultimate Echo Echo asks Kevin how the Techadon is tracking him, and he states that they work visually. At this, Ultimate Echo Echo realizes that it's tracking the Ultimatrix, and he transforms back into Ben and hides it using his jacket. Not able to find the Ultimatrix, the Techadon begins looking around for it. As a joke, Ben and the others confront Vulcanus, and Kevin plants his old ID mask on Vulcanus' back, setting it to mimic the Ultimatrix symbol, thus causing the Techadon to attack Vulcanus instead. Vulcanus angrily flies away with the robot going after him, yelling at Ben that he wishes he could hate him to death. With the Techadon issue resolved, the team decides to get Julie and play her in a rematch in mini-golf. The episode ends with Ben giving Gwen his car keys and telling her she can drive them.